Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rechakodash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Gurmistone who lure and teach word, and peace and salutation to all you sincere brothers who are teaching these words in sincere and truth, worldwide with the hope of salvation. Shalom. As we see the time that we're in, at the time of the hand of this society, the end of this world, the system that is currently ruling, which is ruled by who? The Edom, Esau Edom, the so-called white man or the Caucasian, So their time is up, and once they are down, which the Lord Himself is going to come and bring them down, brought them down. Once they've been put down, we as a nation, under the hold of Yahweh Shai and Masha, to begin with the elect men, the 144,000 men, who are being predestined to be delivered in this side, in this side, they're gonna be what? That the part. They're gonna be part of that government which is gonna come to rule the next world, which is gonna be here on the earth, as they say in the book of Revelation, we're gonna reign here on the earth. As this, if I may read quick, because the elect are the one who gonna rise, and they're gonna rule alongside the Lord, So it's written in the book of Revelation. Let me start from 9. So, and they sang as a new song, saying, "Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seal thereof, for thou wast slain and as redeemed as to Messiah by thy blood, out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation." Because we are the nation, the Israelites, we've been scattered in the four corners of the earth. We are everywhere in this planet Earth, and we found ourselves in this process because of what? Of our disobedience toward our power, because we disobey our power. Then Messiah was angry with us, Then he allowed these nations, to take us into slavery, into captivity. So we've been scattered from our land, the land of Israel, which land now the land is being occupied by the Gentiles until the time of Gentiles is being fulfilled, which is near, which is about to be fulfilled, I must say, So we are the nation. We are not in our land as a nation. Yes, there are some of our people who went back in the land of Israel, but as a nation, we are not in the land. We are everywhere in the world. We've been scattered out of our land. We are in Africa. We are in Caribbean, America, Asia, here in Europe, So out of all the places that Messiah has scattered us, Messiah is gonna what? He's gonna send his son, his beloved son, Yahweh Shai Mashak, and the angel to deliver us out of those places, man. So only the Israel are gonna be delivered, not the other nation. So when you hear they say every kindred and the tongue, it means out of all these nations that Messiah have scattered us, is going to gather us again. And right now Messiah is doing that through the words. He's gathering his people from all these lands that he has scattered us. He has scattered us by his word, this word that you hear, man. The gospel, the gospel of the kingdom. So as it goes on, and the tongue and people and nation, So he's not going to gather these other nations, he's going to gather Israel. As it goes on, and has made us unto our power king and priest, and we shall reign on the earth. So we after the destruction of Esau Edom system, his rulership, Messiah is gonna raise us to rule this planet Earth. He's gonna make us the new governors of this planet Earth. As it say in the Bible as well, in the book of 2nd Ezra, say what? Esau is the hand of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of that forest. So Esau Edom rulership is about to come to hand soon, man. you know, and our rulership is going to be established soon, and it's going to be under the hold of who? Yahweh Shai Masha, which is going to be full of righteousness, you know. So I come across this article, you know, which say, which I found it from Al Jazeera, which say Putin says Russia to deploy Samad nuclear missiles this year. You know, Russia president's statement comes after U.S. reports said the weapon, which was supposed to be deployed last year, failed a recent test. As it goes on, so President Vladimir Putin has said the delayed Samad intercontinental ballistic missile will be deployed this year in comments made on the eve of the first anniversary of Russia full-scale invasion of neighboring Ukraine. The RS-28 Summit liquid-fueled missile, dubbed Saturn II by Western analysts, was first announced by Putin in 2018 and was supposed to have been deployed last year. As goes on, so CNN reported that the United States believed Russia carried out a test of the summit just before U.S. President Joe Biden visited Ukraine earlier this week, but that the test failed. You know, that's the mindset of the Western. That's what they tell you to believe. They to make you feel comfortable. But in reality, this weapon this nation have, they're gonna come to use soon, man. And by my believing, Russia already perfected it, to the point they're gonna deploy, to the point they put in the war, in the system. It means that weapon is ready for use, man, as they said, man. And that weapon is gonna be used in these last days, as a weapon of mass destruction to destroy lands, people, animals, and everything, that's gonna be around when that missile touches the ground deal, So I may read again. I'll continue reading. Say, well, the Russian Defense Ministry has not commented on the report, because all these Al Jazeera and CNN, all these are the, Western media may say, which are always coming against Russia, but we understand Russia is that the nation must have choose to use in these last days to destroy Babylon the Great, man, as they say in the book of Ezekiel, I believe it's at 8 and 1, which I may read. He said, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach, and Tubal, and prophesy against him. And Gog and Magog, is the land that today is occupied by Russia, So them Russians, Messiah is going to use them in this battle for Armageddon, the battle of all battles in the time of World War III, to destroy America. And also the Lord himself is going to show up, make end of everyone, that you're going to be putting his head up, man, including Russia, and then it's going to make end of America completely by what? Sending more fire, as they say, I believe in the book of Luke, he is coming to send fire, as they say, just to have paraphrase, So when the Lord when he comes, he's going to find already people on the midst of war, shooting each other with the missiles or different weapons that they're going to have, and he's going to bring more fire, bring more destruction, man. As I may go on, I may read this book of Ezekiel 38 again. He said, prophesy against him and say, thus say the Lord, the power, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, which is Russia. So Messiah is not with Russia, but Messiah is going to use Russia, as they have used many kingdom and empire before, against his people or against each other. Like Medes and Persia use them to destroy Babylonians. So all these are part of the way Messiah dealing with the people, man. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sort of armor, even a great company with buckler and shield, all of them handling sword, Persian, Ethiopian, and Libya, with them all of them with shield and armor. So all these nations, they are part of the ally of who? Russia. They're gonna come joining force with Russia to go against who? NATO and America. Which we understand some member of NATO as well is going to turn against America, according to the prophets written in the book of Revelation. As it goes on, so Gomar and his bands, the house of Togoma, which are the Turkish of the North Quarter, and all his band and many people with thee, Chinese people, North Korean people, they're all going to join band with who? Russia, to come against America, NATO, in these last days, So as it goes on, so be thou prepared and prepare thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. And that's what we see. All these drills that they do, these joint drills that Russia and the China and the other countries as well they do is to prepare. And also this missile testing, is part of preparation. So Mosiah is already prophesied, man, against Russia, and he is telling him like now to prepare. You Russia need to prepare, and that's what you do, And after, it's gonna come what is been prophesied, man, the World War III, and where you nation begin with you, Russia and America, gonna go head to head and destroy each other, it's gonna be casualty everywhere. America here in here in Europe and also Russia, man. There's a lot of death gonna be. A lot of people gonna die in that day. So I may go on reading this article, which so let me jump down and say, well, the 35-meter, 115 feet missile, which Putin say will make Russia enemies think twice, as a range of 18,000 kilometers, 11,185 miles. Some estimate this to be higher. It can carry at least 10 multiple targetable re-entry vehicles, each with a nuclear warhead. So this weapon is not just a normal weapon. That's why they call it Satan too, man. Because it's gonna bring this great destruction. As it goes on, which can each be aimed at a different target. So each warhead can go to different target, man. So this is not, something to play with, I may say, and who give this technology to these Russians and the world right now to build this kind of weapons is Mosiah. Mosiah is the one who is in control. And he gave you this weapon so you can destroy each other. As we've been saying, as it's been written in the book of Ezekiel, Mosiah is against you, Russia is against you, all the people of this world. He consider all you nations as well as a drop of water, man, from a bucket. or as a nothing, you know. He only considers his people, the Israel, the elect, which you right now, you nation have what? Have, have oppressed, man. You know, you even until this day, you know, you're still oppressing us. So by you doing that, Mosiah is angry, and he's gonna come to destroy you, make you know his loss, man. I mean, as it goes on, so and it can also deliver hypersonic avant-garde vehicles that can travel further and faster, flying in an unpredictable path of to spoof missile defense. You know, so this weapon, this Satan too, also have a power or ability to carry hypersonic. So it's gonna be weapon. I mean, it is destruction everywhere, man. In different kind of, I mean, speed, man. You know, you know. We pay special attention as before to strengthening to strengthening the nuclear triad this year. To strengthen the nuclear triad this year, the first launcher of the Samad missile system will be put on combat duty, Putin said in the video released by the Kremlin on Thursday to mark the defender of the Fatherland Day, known as in Soviet times as a Red Army Day. You know, so yeah, that's how it is, man. You know, Mosiah have allowed this nation to create or to develop weapons of mass destruction in high technology, man. You know, which is these weapons going to be used to what? To destroy. Mosiah is going to make them use to destroy each other. You know, so you Israelites who are now lose, you know, you need to start thinking straight, man, or start to pay attention, because things are not gonna be as you think it's gonna be, man. You know. So this is the book of Ezekiel. I'm starting from 9. It says, "Whoa, son of man, prophesy and say, thus say the Lord, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished." You know, as we see, we lead. You know, the Satan to this the weapon that can kill 10 warhead, can kill hypersonic missiles as well inside it. You know, you know, and those warhead can target different can go to different target. I may say, you know. So this is what Mosiah is saying, man. A sword. A sword means what? An instrument of destruction, and the modern day sword as well as those nuclear missiles, submarine, you know, and the other technology of mass destruction this nation have, you know, even the virus as well itself, you know, that's a sword, you know. Esau himself is a sword, you know. As it goes on, he says, oh, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a soul slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mercy? It contemns the Lord of my son as a very tree. So as we see the news in the media, you know, everywhere, you know, this kind of weapons, not only Russia have it, North Korea, China, you know, USA, these European countries, you know, all these, even India, they all have all, the Iranian as well, they all have this kind of weapons, these weapons of mass destruction. So Mosiah is saying, should we then make mass? Should we continue celebrating Christmas? Should we continue going in this nightclub partying? No, no. Should we continue doing that? You know? I'm talking to you, Israel, you so-called Negro, Latino, Nago, Mago. You know? No. The answer is no. The answer is you, Israel, you need to return to your power. Like now, you know, where you come, before it's too late. Before all break loose, man. Before Mosiah let these weapons of mass destruction be on the prey, man. You know? That's when it's gonna be too late, man. Because it's gonna be what? Missile coming down to you, man, and destroy you. You know? It contains the load of my son as every tree, and he has given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give into the hand of the slayer. Who are the slayers? The Edomites themselves, man. The so-called white people, They are the sword of Mosiah, And they were given this blessing of the sword, man. That's why you can see all this technology that they use to develop this kind of weapons, which this technology come from the Heavenly Father, may say, you know. But that's part of the blessing of Esau, which is the sword of Mosiah. So right now, Mosiah is allowing him to have this power, these weapons, so he can destroy. They can destroy each other, and they also, you Israel, that you gonna continue in a better spirit, gonna be destroyed as well with these weapons, man. So right now it's high time to wake out of sleep, you Israel, man. Stop, playing around, man. Start thinking twice, man. You know, you know, watch around, man. Be circumspect, and consider, because the days that are coming are evil. So I may end there and say shalom to the hopeful elect. Yahweh Shem Yeshua Barakatah.